So now today I will discuss very easy to understand concept again, okay, but important. There are four concepts. We call it trikona, okay, three angles. In Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, we use the triangle aspect for the combinations and all. Okay, so in every chart, I hope everybody know that we have Dharma Trikona. Dharma Trikona means first, fifth, and ninth. Okay, 159. Also, we call it as a Dharma Trikona. Then we have Artha Trikona 2, 6, and 10. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Then we have Kama Trikona, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. These three is known as the Kama Trikona. And last is known as a Moksha Trikona. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So Dharma Trikona means these trikona will teach you your right duty, whether you perform your duty or not. All these things we can understand by these trikona. Definition goes like this. The Artha Trikona will give you Artha means what? Finance or materialistic things. Maybe it's a money, property, or all, everything comes under this thing. Then Kama Trikona 3, 7, 11. Kama means what? Desire. So these trikona 3, 7, and 11 is known as Kama Trikona. It means the trikona which talks about the desires. Those desires may be unfulfilled. Those desires which you want to fulfill. Okay, so all these things we can understand by these three trikona. Then at last, moksha trikona means what? Some people call it as enlightenment, liberation, whatever you call it. Okay. So we categorize these three groups of rashis into these trikona. When you introduce lagna, then you can also assign these things to houses. Like 159 houses, dharma houses. The 2, 6, 10 houses, artha. 3, 7, 11, kama houses. And 4, 8, 12, moksha houses. But right now we are talking about rashis, not houses. Now the concept is very easy. We call it logged and unlocked horoscope. Logged horoscope or unlocked horoscope. What is the meaning of logged horoscope? See, whenever you see any triangle, whether it's a dharma, artha, kama, moksha, any of these triangle, if no planet is present in these triangle, it means these triangle signs are empty. Then that particular horoscope is logged. So you all can check your horoscope. You all can check your horoscope and see whether any of these triangle, 159 Rashi, 2, 6, 10 Rashi, 3, 7, 11 Rashi, 4, 8, 12 Rashi, whether they are empty or not. If any planet is present there, it's fine. If no planet is present, complete empty triangle, then that chart is a logged chart. By definition, they say all of these logged horoscope will bring what we call lock of bhagya. Okay, bhagya. Bhagya is locked. We call it. So those horoscopes will see either late rise of their fortune or bhagya, or sometime no bhagya at all, no fortune at all throughout life. Depends. Anybody in the class who have this thing? Any of the triangle empty? Any example you want to share? Yes, Pujari.
सर अगर तीनों में से 159 में से किसी एक जगह भी प्लेनेट है तब भी लॉक्ड माना जाएगा?
नहीं. We need complete empty.
Okay.
Sir, Rahu Ketu inclusive?
Yes, Rahu Ketu. Generally, we don't include Rahu Ketu, but I'm taking Rahu Ketu once.
Sir, 159 Dharma Trikona is empty in my natal chart.
159 is empty. So
yes.
Now that particular thing empty means that Bhagya Chakra is locked. Okay, in your chart. So now generally what happens, whatever we see, Bhagya rise is not on the time. Okay. So now question arises in these horoscope, when will Bhagya rise? If this situation happens, can we call it as a like complete blocked throughout life? No fortune, no Bhagya at all? No. So whenever in transit, first rule, whenever in transit, Saturn reaches to any of these planets. Like in case of Pooja Sharma ji, 159 sign is empty, correct? So we're calling it as a blocked horoscope. So if Saturn is transiting either in Aries Rashi or Leo or Dhanu, set Aries sign, okay? At that time, that horoscope will be unlocked. So we need one time unlocking this horoscope, okay? So in your chart right now, Saturn is in Aquarius, correct? So it's already crossed the Aries side. So your horoscope is already unlocked. Okay, so like this we see it. So till that horoscope is locked, we can expect that the desire or whatever they want from the chart, they will not experience the result immediately. Because they require much hard work and all these things is required. Now this is a kind of a combination which is easy to understand and easy to check. Okay, so people will suffer some or other way. So the thing is, we don't require any remedy for it. We need to wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is whenever Saturn transit to this particular Rashi, okay, any of these triangle, that chart will automatically unlock. Now the second rule, Jupiter can also transit. So we will pick only these two planet transits, Saturn and Jupiter. That's it. Saturn will unlock completely. Jupiter will unlock partially. Till the time Jupiter transit into this triangle, the chart is unlocked. After that, it again gets locked. The short duration of time is given. But as soon as Saturn enters this any of these signs, the chart will be permanently unlocked. Yes, Siddharth.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
So my question was when we say Saturn transiting, but say, Saturn will transit in the childhood also in the first 10 years, let's say in that particular house 159. So
Mhm.
get locked again, or once it gets unlocked, it gets unlocked.
No, yeah. So we require only one time transit.
So that will happen in the childhood then, in the 10 years.
Yeah. So it will unlock. So it means that before unlocking the chart, those struggles will exist. But sometimes what happens, like when you check these things on many horoscopes, no? So you will see those horoscopes also in which that is unlocked. Okay, so for some time, like let's say Saturn transit to Aries, maybe in child. Okay, so we conclude, okay, chart is unlocked now. Everything will be fine. So next 2.5 years or next 2.5, it means till transiting Aries and Taurus. That person experience good result and all is empty. But again, same situation repeats. Okay, so we have those horoscopes also. So, but those kind of horoscopes are very rare horoscope or exception we can find. So for those horoscopes, you require every time you transit. But Saturn will transit into Aries, then next 5 years will be okay. Then after it will move to Leo, then again it get unlocked for next 5 years, and then again we need to wait for the the 5 year duration. You will see that unlocking. Okay, and the another important is whichever triangle is locked, those are the areas in which they will face a lot of difficulties. Like 159 sign, maybe in Pooja Sharma's horoscope, we can recall her life and all. So 159 sign and whatever planet is present in those, whatever planet is not present, like for example, Aries, Mars. Mars will require, Mars is not present here. Mars may be present somewhere else and that is also affected, let's say. Okay, so 159, that dharma, it means that duty and all these things is required to perform, but somehow the situation arises that we can't able to perform this duty or we ignore those things. Something happens due to which we face a lot of difficulties. Other than this, planet Mars, planet Sun, planet Jupiter, okay, all of those karakatva will also suffer. The karakatva of these planets. And I hope everybody understood The Karakattva of Mars and Jupiter, Sun are very important Karakattvas. Other than the Dharma part, we have many Karakattva that is ruled by these planets. In those areas also you will see some difficulties. So without using any much technical knowledge and all, you can just simply check the chart and you can ask them whether you are facing some struggle or things in these areas. If yes, then they ask for you remedy. Obviously, no remedies are given for these things. Only we need to wait for the transit. You can tell them wait till the transit of Saturn for the permanent resolution, or else for temporary resolution, you can watch for Jupiter transit.
Sir, one doubt.
Hmm.
If there are no planets in 3, 7, 11, there is
Okay.
a possibility of that related Karaktattvas, like denial of marriage, something like that.
See, 3, 7, and 11. Okay. So now you are talking about marriage because of the seventh sign. Okay. So now, as I told you, we are not considering houses here. Obviously, that seventh sign is not always seventh house in the chart. Correct. So in 3, 7, 11, obviously that panel covers that particular area because that is a desire. Correct. And that marriage and love relationship, this is all about desires. Obviously, that is going to suffer, but again, that Venus, let's say Venus is ruled by seventh sign. Now that Venus holds the key to relationship matters. Now, parallelly, your 3, 7, 11 is empty as well as Venus is also empty. Maybe Venus placed in some debilitation sign or maybe with some enemy planet. Then obviously, problem in relationship will take place. So now in these cases, generally what happens, marriage will be delay, and as soon as Saturn reaches to this particular triangle, marriage will take place. So whatever progression you apply, every time you will see your prediction is getting failed. Okay, because that chart is locked. So no progression, no dasha is going to help us. And see, this is not only for the Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, you can apply to any chart. Okay, either you will see delay or you will see lot of problems in those areas. So now concept is easy without any contradiction, and I hope everybody understood. If anybody have doubt, they can ask, and they can also search these kind of horoscope and do your analysis. So I will give you some charts. Okay, so in your email, you will receive in next 2 days. You will receive some sample horoscopes. I will share details. Okay, date of birth, place, time. Maybe for 3, 4 charts I will share. So you need to decode like in which area they are facing problem. Now to predict those things, you can use 2 methods. First is this. Identify the empty triangle. Obviously, the horoscope which I will provide you, those have empty triangles. Okay, I will provide you only those horoscopes. But in those empty triangle, you need to identify exactly in which area they are facing problem. How will you do that? Identify the planets ruled by those signs and check which planet is afflicted more. For affliction, you need to check whether it's a debilitation sign or placed with any enemy signs. Okay, or hemmed in between 2 Shatru planets, enemy planets. All these conditions will give the negativity to that particular character. Yes, Virendra.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So my question was like, since we are seeing the Saturn transit and we say that whenever Saturn would transit one of these trinal signs, the unlocking will happen, which means that at most every such locked chart will unlock within that 30-year time span. So
Yes.
nobody would have locked charts beyond 30 years, or I think
Yes.
in trine it would be even lesser, maybe 10 years.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Because see, nature designed in such a way. So nature doesn't want everybody to suffer throughout life. No. Okay, maybe some karma they have, that's why they are suffering for this. Okay. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Actually, I got similar question to what Virendra ji has asked.
Mhm.
So instead of 30, it will be only 6, 8 years, right? Because only the 4
Yes, precisely.
signs
It is less than 10 years.
And
10
when it
10 or 8
completes
years.
the transit, then we'll say it's unlocked, or when it enters into a sign, say fifth, Leo, in case of Dharma Trikona, then we say from that time onwards that chart gets unlocked.
No, we need to wait till complete transit from that side.
Wait,
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Let's say in Puja this horoscope, that triangle is empty. Okay, so now that chart is locked. So what is solution for it? We need to wait either that Saturn should cross Aries completely, all 30 degrees. As soon as it reaches to 30 degrees, we can predict, okay, now that chart is unlocked. Or else that Saturn should reach to Leo, 0 degree, and we will wait till that Saturn pass from Leo side till 30 degree of Leo. As soon as it completed 30 degree Leo, we call it as an unlocked chart. Now,
Got it. Thank you.
okay, so like this. We will share one chart. So, what you are seeing in this chart? Is it locked or unlocked? Locked, huh? Okay. So now understand one more exception to it. That's why I'm showing you this chart. So I think few minutes before Algeji asked me, do we need to consider Rahu and Ketu? Obviously, we consider Rahu and Ketu, but there's an exception to it. See, exception is if this Rahu and Ketu are less than 15 degrees. Rahu and Ketu are less than 15 degrees, then we should not consider Rahu Ketu, consider it as a no Rahu Ketu is present in that particular sign. Now the thing is, generally we don't include Rahu and Ketu in this method. So the exact rule says Rahu and Ketu we should ignore. Why? Because this rule is applicable only for the major planets. Okay, not shadow planet. Okay, Rahu Ketu is not included. But what I have observed, Rahu Ketu also plays role here, but only till 15 degrees. After 15 degrees, we can include it. No issue. There's no difference it will create. But yes, like in this chart, you all can see it is 13 degree, correct? Rahu is 13 degrees, obviously Ketu is also 13 degree. This is less than 15. And in that case, you consider this Rahu and Ketu is not present. It means you don't need to consider Rahu Ketu in this whole equation. Rahu Ketu will participate only when it crosses 15 degrees. There's no any exceptions to this whole technique. Only with Rahu Ketu we need to follow this. Other than Rahu Ketu, like Gulika, Mandi, all these things, no need to. Starji, samajh mein aaya?
Sir, can you please repeat? I couldn't hear that very well.
Okay. So I'm saying in this whole method, okay, we have one exception. Okay. That is with the Rahu and Ketu. What is the exception? Generally, we don't include Rahu Ketu in this method. So like in this chart, you can see 11, 3 and sign 7. So in these 3 signs, that is Kama Ketu, correct? Only Ketu is present. Only technically, we'll call it, okay, Ketu is present, then this chart is unlocked, correct? But the exception is if Rahu and Ketu is less than 15 degrees. Okay, then only we don't include it. Otherwise, if Rahu Ketu is more than 15 degrees or not more than, exactly between 15 to 30 degree, in that case we should include Rahu and Ketu in our technique. Okay, so by this exception, now this Rahu Ketu is 13 degrees, so obviously we will not include Rahu Ketu. So if we don't include Rahu Ketu, so obviously this triangle is empty.
Yes,
so this
sir.
chart is unlocked. Sorry, this chart is locked.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. So this is the only one exception to this whole method. So now if this is the situation, so what we are saying, okay, we need to wait till Saturn transit. So right now you can see doing it the birth, Saturn is already 26 degree Leo. Okay. So what we can do is, let us check when this Saturn will move. Saturn, Rashi, after. So right now it's 26 degree. Date is 29 September 1979. Now Saturn reached to Kanya. Okay, so we need to see Saturn in Libra, correct? Then only this is unlocked. One more click. Now Saturn, okay, it becomes retrograde. See? And then again Kanya. Now it reached to Tula, 0° Tula, when 6th of October 1982. So obviously all retrogression phase, all these things we need to include in this duration. So what will you say to this native? Okay, so all problem related to that Karma Trikon, obviously your client don't know about what is Karma Trikon, you know it. Okay, so you can make your predictions accordingly, and whatever sign, whatever planet is ruled by those signs, those you need to predict, it will suffer or face difficulty. So those difficulty will resolve automatically when from 6th of October 1980. Sorry, no, not this. We need to complete this transit, no? Not to love. Yes. See, December 21, 1984. By this time, Saturn, now you can see degree, 0° Vrishik. It already crossed the Leo, sorry, this Libra sign. So from this date, we can say this chart is completely unlocked. Understood?
Yes, sir.
We have to be accepted. Now the question arises, why this is happening? Why we are getting this empty planets and signs? See, smaller hints I already given you. In last section, we have discussed that in Bhrigu Nandi Nadi or in whole jyotish, we require planets in the sign. So because that presence of planet will give strength to other planets also. Okay, if no planet is present, okay, next to like 212 position or next to upcoming signs and all, in that case, we consider that planet becomes weak. There's no momentum in life or whatever struggle is there, that will continue till it reach to any conclusion planet. Okay. So it means that emptiness is somehow not good for us. And this emptiness signifies something. This emptiness is, in terms of spirituality, this emptiness is very important. Now understand one more system in it. I already explained this thing in the Guru Purnima lecture. Okay, but now in this context, you can understand it. See, this particular person, we are saying 3, 7, 11s are empty, so this is a locked. So locked means what? By birth, this chart is a locked by birth. Nature is giving you some indication for this native that you need to follow some instructions or some way of life in this birth. But we don't understand jyotish or we don't understand the language of nature. Okay, and we make the same mistake again and again and we take rebirth. Now the whole concept is, understand this one more time. This is very interesting. This, where is this? One. Okay. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius sign. This is a dharma trikona. As I told you, dharma means what? Your duty. Duty towards the society and towards the whole world. Okay, that's why in our Vedic language, we call it Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. What is the meaning of this? Whole universe is our family. Okay, that is our duty. Okay. But generally we consider our duty is to nourish our family, our mother, father, and children. That's it. So we do our duty for these people only. So obviously this is only included in the whole universe. Obviously we need to take care for them. Okay. But equally we need to take care of everything, whole ecosystem, nature, everybody. This is our duty. Duty is not something like, okay, don't tell lie or don't or what we call, किसी को मारना नहीं है, don't beat anybody, okay, don't steal. All these are not dharma, okay. These are general etiquettes, we can call it, or something like this, okay. But dharma is bigger what you call, something bigger than this. Okay. So now the rule is, in this Dharma Trikon, okay, there are some planets, okay, which works better in this Dharma. What are those planets? Surya, okay, Saturn, Jupiter. These three planets are suitable for Dharma Trikon. And for Artha Trikon, we have Mercury, okay, we have Venus, okay, we have Rahu. These three planets are good for Artha Trikon. Artha Trikon means 2, 6, and 10. They are ideal planet. Now in 3, 7, 11, that is a Kama, okay, desire planet. In Kama, we have Rahu again, Venus, okay, Mars, and one more thing, Mars is also good in the Dharma 159. Okay, other than this Kama. Now the fourth is Moksha Trikona. Okay, 4, 8, and 12. Now in this 4, 8, and 12, suitable planets are obviously first is Ketu, Jupiter, Sun. Okay, these three planets ideally suitable for in this. Now the question is about Moon, Chandrama. Okay, now Chandrama is Moon is a kind of a planet which actually fits in every trainer, but only in the condition if that should be not afflicted. If not afflicted, then it will perform accordingly. Okay, it will perform according to that primal nature. Okay, now the planets which I assign in this triangle, this is with respect to the spirituality or with respect to the nature's demand. Now, what happens if we see something disbalance is there in the chart? So we need to rectify it in next part. Like for example, this Ketu, we considering in this chart Ketu is not present here. If Ketu is not present here, then Ketu is present in which sign in this chart? As per this logic. Obviously, I am saying if Rahu Ketu is less than 15, so we will not consider it. So obviously, if we are not considering it, then with that logic, that Ketu should be present in
Previous side.
First house.
previous sign. Previous sign, no? Ketu, Rahu Ketu is moving retrograde. The thing is, Rahu Ketu are moving retrograde, no? So obviously that is coming from this Pisces, then Aquarius, then Capricorn. Okay. So if you ask me where Ketu will progress in future, so obviously I will say Capricorn. Where it is coming from? Pisces. Okay. So I'm saying, okay, Rahu Ketu will not be considered in this chart because of less than 15 degrees. So obviously it means what? It means Ketu still have influence of that moksha sign. Okay. So now this chart is, we're considering this as a log. So it is an alarming situation for this native because Ketu already reaching to 13 degrees. It is entering Aquarius. Already entered, okay, but it is reaching to that stage where this chart can be unlocked. Okay, but at this moment when this person take birth, this is still locked. It means this person need to wash his desire. Okay, otherwise, again, next birth will take place as a human being or maybe some other species, he will take birth. Okay, so you need to balance his Ketu, first point. Second, now with this logic, you can check every planet. Like for example, Mars. Let's say Mars. Now this Mars is in Moksha Trikona, correct? So with that, whatever you have written in your notes, you can check. Mars is not good in the moksha. Now this Mars is also placed in disbalance positions. Okay, in this chart. What about Jupiter, Rahu, and Saturn in Leo? Are they good in Dharma?
Jupiter and Sun is good, sir. There in Dharma, Jupiter and Sun is good.
Jupiter, Sun, and Saturn, all three are good. Okay, but not Rahu. So mark this Rahu also. Okay. Rahu is disbalance. What about this Virgo? Virgo means what? Artha Trikona. Okay, 2, 6, 10 triangle. In 2, 6, 10, which planets are good?
Mercury, Venus, and Rahu.
Okay, so Mercury and Venus. These two planets are good, but not Sun. Let mark the Sun. Agreed?
Mhm.
What about Moon? I said Moon is good with all planets. Only condition is Moon should be good.
Not okay.
Okay. Now in this situation, you tell me Moon is good or bad.
Moon is good, sir.
Okay. Anybody else want to try?
What? Fine. It's with the Rahu in trine.
Rahu in trine, but Jupiter is also with the trine, and that Jupiter is a dispositor of that Moon.
Okay.
So that is still in the plus point. Okay, so two planets, Saturn and Rahu. Okay, they are in also in the combination of Moon, which can create weakness in it. And also remember, Moon is coming from Scorpio sign, that is a debilitation sign. The Moon is already weak in the position.
Emitting Saturn.
Yeah, but that much not weak. Why? Because you see the degree of Moon, that is a 14 degree. It already reaching to the half of this sign. But the Rahu and Saturn is creating somehow weakness. So we call it 50-50 chances. So we can ignore this Moon for now. But if you see now this whole chart, Mars, Rahu, and Sun, these three planets are in disbalanced position, including the Ketu. Because it's already in the mid. It will create situation here because Ketu is good in the Pisces, but not in the Aquarius. Everybody understanding what I am trying to do here? So at the end, what you are seeing for this native have disbalance of Mars, Rahu, and Sun. And due to this disbalance, this native is taking rebirth again in this life. And what is required to get that moksha, to get that ultimate state? Requirement is we need to watch or we need to rectify the karma related to Mars, Rahu, and Sun. Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
So now the logged and unlogged is a situation that is created by this logic only. We require some planet to some triangles. Okay. Also, we require suitable planets in the triangle. That is the ideal situation. And this situation is very rare to take place. So everybody have some karmas with them. You all can check your horoscope, you all can check your triangle, see which planet is sitting in which triangle, and you will see always disbalance in your chart. Some or other disbalance. Now, what does disbalance mean? Okay, now, for example, Sun is in Virgo. Okay, Virgo is a what? Virgo sign comes under the Earth Trikona. And that Surya, Sun is a performer in Dharma or in Moksha. Okay, Dharma means what? Duty and all. Now, Artha means Earth Trikona, 2, 6, 10. Okay, by this Trikona, you will earn money. Okay, you will do your activity to earn money. Okay, so that you can have sustenance in your life.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any desire, let's say in 3, 7, 11. Now, in order to fulfill those desires, obviously you require Artha, you require finances. Okay, that's why we keep always after Dharma, Artha first, then Kam. Okay, because Kam is only the maximum portion of desire is fulfilled only by the Artha, only by the second channel, that is finances. So when Surya sits in the Artha Trikona, okay, 2, 6, 10. So these kind of people now always add ready-made or their own dharma in finances or in earning money. I don't understand. Do you see some people like for earning money, we know this is important, this is required, but some people put their ego or some people put their ideal situation. Okay, no, this is wrong. I can't do this and all. Okay, so they create their own rules in it, and due to which they suffer in their economic situation or earth. Okay, so they feel, see, Surya is a kind of a planet who never realize his mistakes or something, because his duties, he will always follow his duty, no matter what. That's why that is a good performer in 1-5 triangle only, not in other triangles. If the same sun set in the Kama, desire, you know what happens? That person maybe inside they have desire, okay, to travel the world, okay, to have luxuries in life, and they have this kind of capability. But now Sun is in the what is Sun is present in the Kama Trikona in their chart, so they always put some restrictions. Okay, they suppress their desire, maybe for spirituality, false spirituality, or false with false assumption or with false ideas. They suppress their thought, and due to that suppression, many kind of anxiety, depression, all these diseases will start. Ultimately, in terms of nature, they will suffer, and they have to take rebirth to fulfill this particular purusha. You know, dharma, artha, kama, moksha is the four purusha that we need to do in our lifetime. If you skip any one of these, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, you have to take rebirth. So some people are extreme spiritualists. Okay, they always follow moksha 4, 8, 12 primarily. So what happens? They try to put their all planets in moksha. Now Rahu is a kind of planet which actually want desire. Okay, so Rahu create desire in you. Now that desire, whether that desire is destructive or constructive, that depends. Okay, but the function of Rahu is to create desire. Now some people, what they do, they suppress their desire. Okay, they want to smoke, but they are suppressing it. Why? Because they are in satsang. They following some guru, so they are suppressing his habit. But as soon as they get chance, as soon as they reach to Goa or Bangkok, all their suppression vanishes and they do whatever they want. And again, when they come back to their place, again they join the satsang, they become again sun. Okay, so if you know these kind of people, you check their horoscope, you always find disbalance in their karma, 3, 7, 11. Yudhishthir. Okay, in Mahabharata, we have a character called Yudhishthir. We also call him Dharmaraj because he always used to follow dharma only. Now, due to that dharma only, he faced a lot of situations and difficulties in their life. I hope everybody know what happened with them. When he playing that, what is that game called in English?
Chaucer.
Chaucer. तो मुझे हिंदी में बोलते हैं, इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं? लूडो क्या है? I don't know that. That is a particular kind of a gambling that they have. Gamble.
I think something related to dices.
Dices and that gambling. Okay. In that gambling also he added dharma. Okay. Now that is a wrong situation and wrong placement of planets. Now that is a good example. Like Yudhishthira is the kind of a person who always uphold his dharma, but he putting that dharma in every situation, everywhere. But God says that Krishna says, okay, dharma is a kind of a thing which actually depends on the context. This is what Krishna had done. Okay, so that rigidity, okay, when you become rigid, okay, so you start suppressing your emotions. That suppression, that emotion may be related to your karma portion, your desire, or that suppression may be related to your artha. Okay, so extreme spiritual person, either they go towards dharma or moksha. They ignore in between artha and kama, due to which rebirth is bound to take. Okay, so this is the nature's plan. We can't escape it. That's why in horoscope we have 12 houses divided into 4 purusha, dharma, kama, moksha. Okay, there is no shortcut to which you can ignore 2 purusharth and only follow 2 purusharth and or 1 purusharth of moksha. Ignore everything. No, if you run from this desire and fulfillment and the artha fulfillment, so obviously you need to take rebirth to balance that. So now see this chart. If sun is in the artha trikona, it means that person is putting wrong ethics in the earning finances. Okay, so we need to shift this Surya. Shift to Surya means what? That Surya we can shift only to Sagittarius sign now. Because the next sign we have Libra, that is a debilitation sign. Then we have Scorpio, then Sagittarius. So when sun reaches to Sagittarius sign, it will be balance. Now there are 2 meanings to it. Either this person require 2 more births to realize his mistake. because two empty signs. With lot of struggle, with lot of mistakes, with lot of suffering, he will realize his mistake, and after 2 births, he will reach that state. This is the simple meaning. Or else in this life only you realize yourself and rectify your mistake. This is what we call realization. Realization means you are unaware of something and now you come to know about that thing and now you have realized. Simple meaning. Okay, same thing with the Rahu. Rahu is sitting in the Dharma portion here. Now, in the actual Dharma also, he is practicing Rahu now. What does it mean? It means in wrong actions, he can justify Dharma. Are you understanding it? Like if this person, let's say, drink alcohol, so he can justify it. Okay, so I heard somewhere like why Lord Shiva used to drink that what we call somras, or in modern language we call it alcohol also, not that bhang and all. So some people give logic because somras, or in modern language simple alcohol, like let's say whiskey or whatever it is, okay, whiskey, rum. Okay, so if you drink those things, so it will act as a what we call, it will give resistance power to your bone. Okay, because Lord Shiva used to live in the Kailash, temperature is very low, very cold. So if they drink these things, so it will create healthy bones and nutrition to bones. Now this is the logic they are giving. So this is a Rahu Dharma.
Because Mata Parvati was there too, sir.
So they have some other logic for it. Who Mata Parvati is a daughter of Himalayan, so she
so
will have that resistance.
Okay.
Okay. So we can justify anything. Okay, why Lord Shiva killed his own son Ganesha? We can justify that also. So why is putting elephant and head? People can justify that also. Okay, maybe there is a spiritual reason in it, but my point is, when Rahu sitting in the Dharma, okay, so for every activity, they can justify with the right message. But ultimately, as per the nature, this is not good. Wrong actions, we can call it Dharma also. Only in the case if that wrong action is you are doing for the welfare of society. For example, war. To establishment of Dharma, to establishment of good in the society, if war is required, we need to do war. Now that is the Dharma. Okay, now with that logic, if you start murdering people, okay, killing everybody in the street, and you call it as Dharma, no, that is not Dharma. Are you understanding? The Dharma definition will change depending on the context. So Rahu is a kind of a planet which can justify anything, whether it is wrong or right. Everywhere you can put your Dharma. Same Rahu in second house. Second house is speech. Rahu in second house, or in second house, if Rahu have influence by aspect or anywhere, that person can manipulate by speech. They have that strength and power that they can justify anything. They can prove right wrong or wrong to right. Obviously, some more things you need to check here, but the Uday Sharma is saying it's a Kama record which is empty in my chart as in no planned implementation. Okay. Yeah, 3711 is a Kama record. No issues. Yes, Alkeshi.
Sir, because sir, there is like we are seeing as the trine effect from the Kalpurush Kundali 159. We call it. But sir, to this BNN concept, sir, like we have been using this ascendant also at times, and RTN also at times. So together, what will be the resultant implications?
See, generally, the original method, Dharma, the Kam, Moksha, is always assigned to this sign, not to the houses. First point. Okay. But if you want to use it in the houses, that is also fine. But then in that case, it becomes very complicated.
Yes.
Because we have two pairs of Dharma, Kam, Moksha now. Okay. So I always suggest use only sign based.
Right.
Okay. Because see, there are some properties which are assigned to this sign. This is one of them. male female sign. Okay, male and female sign. Odd signs are male, even signs are female. Correct. Now you can't assign these things to houses. There is no any male female houses. But people using these things, that is completely wrong. Okay. Similarly, these what we call this fire element, earthy element, water element, all these are assigned to the Rashis, not with the houses.
Okay.
Okay. In similar manner, directions are assigned to the signs. Okay. Each direction means what? That is sign. But the direction is a kind of a thing which is also assigned to the houses.
True.
Okay. Whichever sign is arising on the eastern horizon, we assign it to the Lagna. It means that is assigning to the sign. Na? That is also true. Like this, there are many things which is only assigned to the sign, but mistakenly, wrongly, we are using it with the houses. There is only one concept which you can use for both. That is the organ, body organs. Okay, body organs are connected with the Rashi as well as with the houses.
Right.
It means in medical astrology, only you can use these both together. But in rest of all cases, signs have a different properties, houses have a different property. And the Karak Tattva is only associated with the planets and the houses, not with the sign. Okay, I already explained it many times, like for example, gains. Okay, gains is associated with the 11th house, not with the 11th sign. Aquarius sign is nothing to do with the gains. Agreed, everybody? Cancer sign is nothing to do with property. Cancer have their own properties, na? Property is only with fourth sign. That's it. In fourth sign, what any sign can be placed. Depending on that, you will get the property. But you can't say, okay, Cancer sign, wherever Cancer sign is placed, I will see property also there. No. So these are smaller things you need to differentiate.
Thank you, sir.
You, yes, Siddharth.
First is, let's say a planet is retrograde. Let's say Jupiter in the fifth house is retrograde. Will we consider the fifth house also for seeing whether it is in the whether it's in the Dharma Trikona or not?
Siddharth, can you repeat one more time?
So let's say Jupiter, sir, is retrograde in the sixth sign in Virgo.
Okay.
So will we consider that it is present in the fifth sign for this?
Okay. Jupiter and Sun is retrograde in some sign. Okay. Now you check the degrees of those signs. If that degrees are less than 5 degrees, then you consider it in previous sign. Okay. Or else it is present in the same sign.
Sir, is it valid even if the planet is not retrograde?
No.
Less than
Only
5 degrees.
Only in case of retrograde.
Okay. So whether it is 0 degree, then also it is you have to consider that house only.
See, if that is 0 degree, it means retrogression 0 degree, correct?
No.
Yes,
Without retrogression, suppose the planet is at 0 degree.
No,
Or 30 degrees.
No, then there is no exception to it. No? That is only applicable if retrogression is there.
Okay.
That is also in the last degrees, so that we can consider it in previous sign. Na? Retrogression means what? That is going to previous sign. Okay, so it means we require in the last degrees, then only we can take it to back sign. Okay, not to the next sign, upcoming sign. No, retrogression always go to backward.
so you said less than. So, sir, you said less than 5 degree will be previous sign, right, sir?
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Thank you, sir.
But with Rahu and Ketu, for this method, 15 degrees is required. Yes, Joseph.
My question is about Rahu and Ketu.
Hmm.
Can you give explanation what means when Rahu is in Moksha, Trikona, and Ketu? What means when Ketu is in Dharma, Artha, and Kama, Trikona?
Okay. See, the one thing you need to understand about Rahu and Ketu is you see the identification of Rahu and Ketu first. Okay. How this Rahu and Ketu looks. Now, Rahu have head only, correct? Head. And Ketu without head. Other than head, Ketu have everything, correct? So now what happens? Rahu head means Rahu have the brain, okay, and the mind to think, okay, but Rahu can't perform any action because Rahu is not having any hands and legs, like for activity. Am I correct? So now wherever Rahu sits, okay, it will always gives you idea to do something. Okay. It will gives you idea, it will gives you many logic, many things, good or bad, that depends. But it can give you only imaginary things. Okay. Now how you will do that thing, that depends upon the other planets who are sitting with the Rahu or the dispositor planet of Rahu. Understood? Now with that logic, if you put Rahu in the Dharma, for example, I will explain Dharma and Moksha both. Okay. If you put Rahu, like in this case, Rahu in Dharma only in this chart. So as I told you, Rahu will give you idea, okay, will give you logics to justify everything to Dharma. Correct? Now in this chart, you can see Rahu and Saturn both are sitting together. Obviously, it will create a lot of trouble. The Saturn, Jupiter alone in Dharma is good. No problem at all. Now Rahu is sitting. So what happens? Rahu will give some erratic kind of thought. So these kind of people will say, okay, don't give water to needy people. Why? They will give their own explanation. Okay, this is what Rahu do in the name of Dharma. Okay, but the same Rahu in Ketu, the same Rahu in Moksha. So obviously he will give those ideas or thoughts or idealism will justify the moksha in everything. Joseph, are you understanding?
Yes.
Okay. So, for example, some people say, do only bhakti. Okay, everything will be resolved. So people started leaving their job, their duty, their activity, their family. Okay, and they settled to some places and they're doing only bhajan kirtan. Okay, but nothing constructive to the society and his own family, but everything is lived and now they're following the path of moksha. So as per them, now this is the creation of Rahu. As per them, if you do only bhajan and kirtan, you will get everything. And they spend their whole life in it. At the end, what happens? Okay, what they achieve after death, nobody knows. Okay, but that illusion created by Rahu, okay, it will stay for longer period of time, it will pass on to their disciple and it will continue till now. This is what Rahu do. So see, Rahu never do any constructive thing. Remember always. Okay, Rahu can only give you thought process. That's it. Whether you are implementing it or not, that depends upon the other planets surrounding the Rahu. Now, with this person, Jupiter, Saturn, both are powerful, sitting in the Dharma. Now Rahu is sitting there. Now this is a very dangerous situation. You know, this person either can become Osho, Rajneesh Osho, or he can also become Osama bin Laden. Both are extreme, and both can justify their dharma in their own way. Okay,
Unorthodox dharma means
unorthodox dharma. Osama bin Laden can justify killing in his in the language of dharma. Correct? This is what he done. Osho can also justify his dharma on his own language. Okay. Osho is also orthodox, no? Many people don't like him because of this one thing. That is a touch of Rahu. Maybe in speech, maybe in dharma, anything. Now about the Ketu. Now Ketu don't have head, na? So Ketu is not having any thought process. He can only materialize. We call Ketu as a moksha. Okay, moksha giver. Why moksha giver? Think about this. Because Ketu can work. Okay, Ketu can do activity only. Activity towards wherever you project it. Okay, wherever you project it, Ketu will perform. Okay, now for the activity of dharma, you have Sun and Jupiter. Those are enough. Okay, for Earth, you have Mercury, Okay, to earn money, you can do those things physically, correct? You can earn through Mercury intelligence, you can earn through Venus, okay? You can earn through Rahu with the ideas of earning money. We have created social media, we have created WhatsApp, Facebook. These all are the creation of Rahu, correct? Ideas of Rahu. And that idea, Mercury will implement. Okay, for desire, again, Rahu will help, Rahu will create desire. And to fulfill that desire, you can use Mars, okay, you can use other planets. But what about moksha? Moksha is something for which you can't do anything physically. You need something, some divine inspiration or something unique. Okay, that is not possible with the dharma, artha, and kama. That is only possible in the moksha. That is only with the Ketu, because Ketu is a kind of a planet or the kind of a thing which actually do activity on the command of the cosmos. Okay, or you can see the higher supreme being command Ketu. Because Ketu don't have brain, correct, mind and everything. So he will take the commands from the higher beings. So that's why in Jyotish we say, na, be like a Ketu, and when you be like Ketu, you don't listen your own mind. No, leave it completely. Then Ketu will follow the supreme being. Then your all activity, your all things will be taken care by God himself. And that activity is done by Ketu. Because Ketu can do activity with their hands and legs. This is the only difference between Rahu and Ketu. That's why Ketu works better in the moksha, because Ketu have that capability. Now imagine if you put that Ketu in some other place. Ketu will again do their activity because Ketu have that functionality, na, that hands and legs. But what kind of activity you are doing? Maybe you can take activity of earning money with the Ketu. That is fine, no issue in it. But the ideal situation for Ketu is moksha, for it. Okay, so there is a difference in the Rahu and Ketu. Rahu can give you only ideas, thought process and all. Practically, he will not do anything. Other planets will do. But Ketu himself will do. So he will take inspiration from others. So in spirituality, we need action, not the process or not the idea. But in nowadays, in modern time, what is happening? We want ideas of spirituality. We are taking idea from Osho. We are taking idea from Sadhguru. Okay, the definition of enlightenment also, if you see, you don't have any concrete definition of it. Okay, you are defining enlightenment either with the language of Sri Ravi Shankarji or with the Sadhguruji or with the Osho or these spiritual people. You are using the second-hand language, second-hand definition of spirituality and enlightenment. You don't have their own definition. But you take functions with the Ketu, na, then only you have your own definition of enlightenment. This is the difference between Rahu and Ketu. Rahu will tell you, okay, Sadhguru looks more mature. His English is good. Okay, everything is good. So Rahu will say, okay, follow this person. His idea is good. So you will start following that person. This is the Rahu spirituality. But when Ketu start functioning, Ketu will wash everybody. Okay, then Ketu will say, okay, these things are okay. That is their own experience. Okay, that is Osho experience, Sadhguru's experience. But what about you? You have to your own experience yourself, na? So Ketu will take into that area. So Ketu and Rahu have their own good and bad. We want both, but in right place. This is what we require. Clear, Joseph?
Yeah, yes. Can I just tell you something? Because we are from the same background, from Maharishi Mahesh Yogi.
Yes.
An organization. I was very young when I lived in the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi ashram in Holland, and my Ketu is in Arka Trikona, and I spent there 2 years. And my mentor in this Maharishi ashram was telling me after 2 years that Maharishi personally tell him that don't allow Joseph to do anything, just work day and night. And Ketu is in in Artha Trikona. And I don't know, is it just a coincidence or it is something from the higher level come this? What you say, if Ketu is in Artha Trikona, then your spirituality will be to earn money and to work, actually.
Yes. Your spirituality is earning money, we can call that also. Also, that now that Ketu is misplaced there, correct? So obviously, whenever you earn money, na, so you will add the element of Ketu. Okay, but ultimately we need to take rebirth again because that Ketu we need to balance it. We have to take Ketu in the moksha.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but the statement coming from the Maharshi himself, okay, we call him Maharshi because of the some reason. Okay, so the all statement or the words given by Maharshi, you consider it as coming from the higher thing. So it's better if you follow them.
Yes, he later on he put me to the agricultural Vedic agricultural work and to buy the land and organize the ashram work there and everything. So whenever I was in contact with him, I always get some artha job. Context of moksha. So in the context of spirituality. So it is very interesting what you say now. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And see, you know, the definition of enlightenment given by Maharshi, he used to say, I have that recording also with me till now. That is around 28 years old recording with me. So Maharshi used to say, enlightenment means 200% enjoyment. What is it 200%? 100% spirituality and 100% materialistic life. When you achieve these both, 100% materialistic, 100% spirituality, then enlightenment is seen. It will reach to you automatically. So we can't compromise in between spirituality and materialistic. We need both. And this is what he is giving his message to everybody. No? He never say leave money and all these things. No. Okay, so that's why we require both. Okay, materialistic life and spiritual life. This is what Lord Krishna also done throughout life. No? He enjoyed everything. He's a king. Okay, he have that artha also. He have dharma. He have desires, and he fulfilled it. Ultimately, he is the right person to acquire moksha automatically. So for moksha, you don't need to do anything. Just follow first 3 steps, then what come, automatically moksha will do. This is what Jyotish is also teaching us.
Can we say that Lord Rama and Lord Krishna and all these lords, which we worship, they had the balance of all these, konas, because they are not one who will take rebirth and all, if it is connected with that?
No, that is not true. You will see disbalance there also. There is a disbalance. That's why taking that birth, no? See, avatara happens. See, Lord Shiva also take avatar. Okay, but not as a human. Are you understanding? There is a difference between Krishna and Narsimha avatar. What is the difference? Rama, Krishna, they have taken birth. Okay, and for that birth, mother is also there, na? Yashoda,
Yeah.
and we have Ram mother. Who is the mother of Narsimha avatar? Anybody remember? Who is the mother of Veerbhadra, the avatar of Lord Shiva? You will not find any mention of the mother because that is the pure avatar. Okay, for that creation, mother is not required. Okay, so obviously we can't check those horoscopes. Okay, but yes, Lord Rama and Krishna, you will see horoscope, you will see disbalance also, and for that disbalance, they have done activity, they have done their karma to rectify it. Lord Rama also faced many hardship, no? And Krishna's life is by born struggling. Okay, he taken birth in the jail and he fight that part throughout life, from birth to death, he struggled. But he never shown that struggle. No? He never said, okay, I have struggled this much and all. No, he always enjoyed everything. That's why we call him God. Otherwise, there is a big difference between Rama and Krishna. Rama taken birth in the palace, king. He had everything. That's why you will never find any stories of childhood of Rama. You will see stories of Rama from when they what that Rajyabhishek, when they go to forest and everything. Their story start from there only. But Krishna's story start from the day one. The struggle is there. Okay, so there is a message that struggle is a part of a life. Okay, but we should enjoy it. So that's why Maharshi used to quote one more thing. Okay, life is not struggle. Life is a bliss, and do less, accomplish more. And now this doing less and accomplishing more is something which is very creative that people are not understanding. For them, life is struggle. If you don't do struggle, if you don't put the sweat or your blood in it, then it means you are not successful. That is a very wrong statement. Okay, so we need to learn all these things. And this is what Jyotish is also teaching you. The Dharma, Kam, Moksha, we require all four. Ignoring any one out of it, rebirth is bound to take. Now there are two concepts we have seen today. One is that empty tunnel that will give you locked and unlocked chart. And unlock will take place only when Saturn or Jupiter reach their tunnel in transit. Extension to this method, we have also understood how to see Dharma, Kam, Moksha from chart. Okay, and by this method you can also guide your clients the purpose of their life. Okay, what is the purpose of the life? Now, by seeing this chart, can you tell the purpose of life for this native? So, as we know, this person have a disbalance of these many planets like Mars, here Rahu, here Sun. So these are the disbalance. You need to rectify. This is the purpose of life. That's it.
How to rectify, sir?
That you need to guide him. Like I told you, son, don't put idealism in earning money. Okay, false idealism. This is what sun in sixth means. That let's say I have this mobile and I am purchasing this mobile in wholesale rate, let's say of 10 rupees. Now, some client is coming to my shop and I want to sell this mobile. And I have an opportunity to sell it with 15 rupees, with 5 rupee profit. Now I'm putting my ethics in it. No, why should I take 5 rupees? I don't know whether this person can afford it or not. Let's give it to 1 rupees. You know the market value of this phone is 15 rupees. There is a 5 rupee profit. That is the market standard. But out of that emotion and out of showing the humility and all these things, you are giving that same mobile to 11 rupees only by putting only 1 rupee profit. So it looks fine in the beginning. Okay, you are doing good work, you are helping people. Okay, but with the angle of that economics, that is the wrong thing. No? This is what Sun is doing here. So this is a way of thinking. Maybe some people can call it, no, it doesn't make any sense. But if you think in the broader sense, you will realize you are not following the dharma of market. If you are in market, you need to follow the dharma market. If you are in family, you need to follow the dharma of the family. If you are a king, you need to follow the dharma of king. If I am priest, I am pandit, so I will follow my dharma. So my dharma and king dharma is not same. King can kill anybody and king can punish. But I, as a priest, I can't punish anybody. No? I don't have that right. If I am doing that, that is a bad karma. But if I start teaching king, okay, killing is not good, war is not good, don't go for war, surrender yourself. Now that is a wrong statement, and I am also giving wrong ideas to king, and king will not do war, and ultimately everything will be destroyed. Now that is a wrong application of dharma in wrong place. Okay, Venkatji. So it means dharma have their own limitation, and for every area we have specific dharma to follow. That's why the emotional people who are very emotional, they never get success in business. This is dharma, simple dharma. If you are in stock market, obviously you have to follow the dharma of stock market, then only you will get success there. Otherwise, people have this psychology. Stock market means gambling. Someone is losing, that's why someone is gaining. Now, someone is losing, that is a dharma of market. Okay, so If you don't understand this matrix, then market is not for you. So it's better if you stay away from the market. So these two concepts is, I hope everybody understood, and it's easy to apply. And you can take it to any extent, depends upon your ability to connect dots. So as much as you give consultations to the client, your ability to counseling and ability to connect these dharma, kama, moksha, purusharth will improve automatically. Okay, there's no any shortcut to it. Okay, but at this stage, try to identify locked and locked, and also try to identify the purpose of life. Purpose of life means where you need to do rectification of your karma. That is dharma, kama, moksha, depending on it, you can do it. Easy exercise, you all can do it. Okay, then that's it for today. We'll meet next week.